Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Reza and I'm very glad that you are here. Today I'm going to build simple app viewing cars list, which I already put API. This is dummy API which returns lists of cars, and we are going to show that list in our app. All right, for that we need to create our main page, also implement some third-party libraries to fetch data from API, and then we create some UI here to show the list. For that, we need to go to our TOML file here and add our libraries inside this file. First, we need to add the versions, which we have down here below this versions parameter, and we add some plugins. We don't need that. We add libraries here. After that, we are all set up to add these libraries inside our dependency. We can paste these here, which says libs, retrofit, converter, JSON, OKHTTP, coroutines core, and coroutines Android. We have error here, and let's see what we have done. So these are valid. Now we need to sync the project to get these libraries and add to our project. Great, after some time we see that the errors are gone, and now we can use these libraries inside our code. Also, here I see this error, you can ignore it, it's not so important. And here we can start building our app. First of all, I want to make the folders compact, so don't see all the folders. And here I want to create data file for our car model. Let me add one of the car objects that we have, so we know what we need to add inside here. Serialized name, because we want to connect these variables to the one from API. String with empty value, because we need to define it with double quotation. Let me close this and here, so we have a lot of space. Then I need to copy all of that and say, for example, model image engine. Let's copy that because we don't want to mistype anything. And we have price and description here. Price and description. You save your model image engine top speed. This name can be different from the serial's name, because this is up to us what to name it. Field type and price, then disk. I want to put it like this. And from this parameter can be null, so we put list of string can be null, empty list, and here engine can be null too. Top speed is integer, Field type can be null. Price is integer, I think. Yes. Should we put as a null? We are doing this because if there is, for example, no value for price, we assign 0 or null for that value of our model. We want to work it safe. We know that we have these items because those are necessary, but sometimes we don't have image, engine, top speed, or anything else. This is possible. So we do that to prevent crashes. If we are assigning them as null, it's better we assign null object for them. This is better approach. So if there is nothing, it's null, and then we can check it inside the code. And here we assign empty list if there is no image, not null. I will create a package named API, and there as folder I will create a file interface cars API. It's not typing. I don't know why. Let's do it again. Cars API, and here I will define get and call cars.php, and I will define the function here, get cars, and we return list of car model. All right. Also, we want to make it suspend because we don't want to run this function on UI thread because this is a class. We want interface because we don't want to define body to our function. That's it. Then we will create object with define our base URL. We say HTTPS this is one of the hosts that I'm using right now. This is base URL. Then we will connect this part to this base URL, and we need to add this at the end because here we don't have it. So now we need to define our HTTP. We say okay, HTTP client dot builder, and we set connection timeout to 30 seconds, time unit dot seconds, and read timeout also 30 seconds, then write timeout to 30 seconds. Then we press build. That's it. Now we need to define our retrofit object. Retrofit, and from retrofit we need to call again builder of that. We add base URL to that we defined up there, and we add our client's HTTP, and we add a converter Oh, this is for the last part. We need to add convert factory from JSON convert factory dot create, and then we create our cars API, which we defined before, and from Retrofit we create that object. It's a class.java. Now with that we can call the retrofits and wait for response. Also like to create repository package. I don't know what's happening here. Again, repository. Okay, and I will add my cars repository. Okay, and here inside the constructor I will define variable API, which is instance of cars API. Network module dot cars. Cars API. And here I will again add a function, fetch cars, which will be return list of cars. This is what we need, car model, and it will call API.getCars. Package for view models, and inside this view model I will add my car view model, cars view model. Okay, with that inside the constructor I will get my repository, private well repo, which is my cars repository, as cars repository. This is initial state and you need to call it constructor. And as a return, we will return some view model. Okay, now here also up here I want to define data class with cars UI state to add some loading boolean false and some cars objects list of car model, which is at first is empty list, and also error, because sometimes we get errors from API, can be null. And that's it. Here I want to create my UI variable, mutable StateFlow, here loading is true at the start of the function. Then I will again define UI StateFlow, and assign this UI to this one. Then I will add another function, load, to load our API here. From UI, value, cars, UI state, loading is true. This view model, I need to load view model scope. It's not defined. Why this is happening? Let's find out. Okay, after several minutes, I could sync my project. Now I have view model scope here, which I want to launch the code inside this scope. Since this is view model and we don't want to run the code on UI thread. So here I will start try catch block. To run my code inside here, say cars, connect to repository and fetch cars. After that, I want to update my UI state. With the loading false, because now we are finished here. Also, I want to stop loading inside this catch block. And also we can now pass the error from this catch block to our car UI state, so we can access to the error happens inside this code, inside fetch cars. That's it. We are finished with the view model. Okay, here we didn't pass cars to our cars UI state. Here we need to pass this, so we can access through this in here. Alright, now I will also create adapter. Let's see if it works. Yes, adapter. And there I want to add my recycler adapter because I want to show the list. And I say cars recycler adapter. I need to create my view holder, car view holder, and I extend it from RecyclerView dot view holder. And here I also accept item view as view, and I pass this item view. I need to import, and then here I extend from RecyclerView dot adapter, and this is generic type. I pass car view holder to my adapter, and then I need to make it constructor and implement my methods. Here I will add the constructor for this. I will get some list of items, or let's say cars, list of cars. Alright, and context, because we need this context to get our layouts. Well, we return cars.size, then inside here
we need to return this view holder, car view holder, which accepts view, and we call layout inflator from the context we have, and inflate our layouts. I need to import the R. And we need to add layout here. I will say car item, and here I pass root parent and view group, which we have it here, and false for attached to root. And let's build this here, or simply just right click and create layout source and call it car item layouts. And here we say car item layouts. Here let's add something so we can see it for now, and add items from here, but I don't want to do that. I want to add my own items, and with constraints layout we can say, for example, we want text for now, and the studio is working bad for now, and let's say car item here, and we attach start to start and to end of parent, top to top of again parent, and bottom to bottom of parent. Alright, also I want this to be wrap content, not take all space, and let's add some padding to have some space, also margin. Okay, it's okay for now, and now we have it here. We need to access our item, car item, and we say cars dot get position. Now here we have access to car, and we need to assign each car data to this layout. And let's go to this part and go inside the layout and remove this and add our recycler view. Here we can add list item as car item. We can see that the list would look like this. All right, and we assign some ID, cars recycler. All right, now I want to get access to these RecyclerView or items, so I want to get access by this one. Let me see if we have it. No, we don't have data binding, resource binding. I want to add resource binding, but this doesn't exist, so I will do it the old way. And I say while cars recycler view or simply add it here and say it's a recycler view which we get from here. Then we say cars recycler view dot apply and we add layouts manager layout manager. Now we pass our context, main activity context, and also here we need to attach our adapter which we created here. So for that we need to call our API and get the list first. So here I say life cycle scope and call it when started, and then I will create my view model here, private my view model. Alright, then inside here I say ViewModel dot UI dot collect, say state once we have data here we can check if state dot loading and state dot cars dot is empty. Is not empty. And here we say that loading is done, it's false, and the list is not empty, so now we can apply our code to recycle like that. Now we can define our adapter right here, cars adapter, and we want a list which we can get access from state and the context, and done. Here if state dot error is not null, we can show some message for that. For example, error, and we say state dot error. We need to add the timing, short time, and then show it. Then after this after here we have this here. When data is ready, now we need to load data. Now we here ask to load, and when it's ready it will come here and create our RecyclerView. Let's run the app to see what happens. And here it crashes, and when I check the logs I see that hostname is not here, and the permission, we forgot to add our permission to use internet. I think this is going to fix our issue. Now here we don't have any crash, but we don't see any list, so let's see what happens. After some debugging I see it's inside this cache block, which I get that no address associated with this host name. Problem was the URL which I was using. Here was correct. Here I put wrong value. This one was here, so I changed it to this and got fixed. Now we have list, but the UI look is not very well, but this is something that we can work with this. And here we can, inside adapter, we can assign value to this. For example, for test we can say ID name just for now, and here I create name and here text view, and say and here I say folder dot name dot set text car item dot, for example, model. Have actual models. Yes, yeah, here we have models, and now we want to work on that, on this layout here, and add some other things to each item. First of all, I want it to be a card view. Then inside that I want to show an image here, then down below that I will show speed, fuel type, price, and then some description below those. Let's start by that. For that, because I want to put them under each other, I will add linear layout with the wrap content, and the orientation will be vertical because we want to add them under each other. And here I will add some image, and height is not enough. This one is good, and I will give ID car image view, and below that I want to add other fuel type and top speed and price. So I will add another linear layout, match parent and wrap content, this time orientation will be horizontal, and here I want to add text view, ID, high speed, text view, and here I add field type text view, and also price text view. Then below that means after this one, because we are using vertical layout, I want to add another text view and add this text. So we don't see anything here, so for that I can use some dummy text which will only show here, won't affect our app UI. I will say, for example, 100 kilometer per hour, and close text, I will say cancel, and here I will say price is 32k, and for description I will add some description here. Will we get placed about the car? So since this is a long text, I will copy and paste several times. Okay, it's not very good, so for that I will add some weight sum here with 3, and I will give 0 width to each, and instead I will give 8 feet for each, and this will make it take place like this, and gravity center, and text alignment center for all. Now you can see they are all centered. And also I want margin from top, and I want margin from top to this one too, and also some paddings, or again margin for description. I don't want to show all the lines, I want to show 1 or 2 lines, so I will say max lines to 1, and I want to show some dots at the end. Let's show 2 lines, this is better, and let's have some more margin. So I want margin top, margin top here. I want margin start to be more, and margin end as well. So that's it. And our card here, I don't want to add padding because I want the image to be edge to edge to this, so I will add some bottom margin of 12 to this text. I think 20 is better. Let's see. Yes. And now I want to change font weight, font style, oh, text style, bold for all of them, and text size appear to be more than others, and also the color should be primary. Primary color. And I want these to have color of gray, maybe color and I want more gray, and that's will add, for example, like this. Is it good? Also to this one. And alright, so we want to add, I don't want padding as I said, I want the margin and card elevation and corners, card corners, to make it round, and that's it. Let's see how we can work around with this. The name is not anymore here. We say, oh, we didn't add title. Here we say text. Okay, let's do one thing. I want the title to be on the screen, on the image. For that, I need to add relative layout, match parent, and add content, and add the image inside this, and then add text. Let's see, where is it? Car name. I want it to be bold. I want text size to be more than others. And also I want this to be positioned here. So I say bottom parent true, what happened? I want this to be related to this. It goes all the way down. And start parent true. I don't know why this happens. So here I will copy it and put it here. Okay, here we need to add this height. to our parent view, not just image, because it takes all the space that it needed. And here I say match parent to the image. Now that we see it's not aligned to the parent, let's remove again. Oh, sorry. Do this again and align. Doesn't go. Oh, added this margin and align parent start true, and we give some margin. Now it's in the right place, I think. Now we give it an ID, car name, text view. Now here I say car name text view. I don't really define it. It's a text view. Car name text. How many texts we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. Top speed, text view, fuel type, text view, and price, text view, and also description text view. Say high speed text view, fuel type. Make sure that you assign the right layouts to the right variable, because this can break things and not work. And here I say car name text view, and I assign 5 things. For example, from description we add car item dot description, and for top speed I say car item dot top speed. I add this additional text, kilometer per hour, and fuel type. I add car item dot fuel type. We don't need to put it inside double quotation because it's a string. And the price, which we need to add this $sign at the end. And let's run it and see what we have here with all the data, but I don't see any text here. Let's find out why. First of all, because we have dark theme, and when we are building our layouts we are not on dark theme, so if we want, we need to change it to dark theme. And you see in the dark theme this got disappear. So it's about the color, and this is not the correct way to set colors. We need to create another resource value for colors, and this is night mode, and I say night. Alright, now inside the colors I will copy these colors and put it right here. Black will be, this will be all F, this will be opposite, white and black will be opposite. So here I will add some other colors, for example secondary text, and I say secondary text. When we are in light mode, I want the secondary text to be a little bit lighter than black color, my other color. And here I say text and set it to black. Alright, and then I copy these and go here, and in night mode I want it to be white and white, but also here I want it to be like this. And now inside here, if I set color to secondary text, now I am able to see that, and I will add it also here. I will add text. Did I add text color here? I don't see it. Text color. Yeah, I added here. I say text. And to this one also I want the color to be secondary text color, and this one be text color of again text. Now if I change the mode, you see the colors change their color. Text change their color. And I want to modify a little bit more this color and make it a little bit lighter. That's good. And in the night mode also I want it to be a little bit darker. That's good, I like it now. And that's great. Let's run the app again and see if we are able to see that. Right, so now we want to load our image, and we need to add another third-party library, and we will do that with this. I already added. This is the version, and these two are library module and version passed to that. And here we added this library to our project. Now inside our recycler adapter, we need to first of all define our car image view, and find image view. That's it. And here I will load this library with folder.carImage. Here I will call this library and with context that we already have, and load car item dot image dot first, and we can add some placeholder later, and we set center crop into our target image view, car image. That's it. Let's see how it looks. I see that didn't appear, so let's do one thing here. and add some vector assets. There is nothing as car, let's say. Let's see if we can find anything interesting here. Maybe, yes, this one is good for now. And I will change the color to be like this, and also I will add another the search is not working very well, so I can't find these are the same. Let's say, for example, this one, and here I add also a placeholder. And I load my resource get travel r.travel dot this one, and on error also I want to show text resource get travel this one, and let's run again and see what it shows. Okay, after some time we could load car image. Also try to add this line to manifest application tag, and that's it. We only need to now add some icons here to be clear what we meant by these. So inside car layout item we close the emulator, and here I will add linear layouts and content, and the weight would be 1, and the text will go inside of it. This way we don't see any errors, and this is now linear layouts for each item, for this item and this one we don't need to add. And here I will add another image view with the 20 width and 20 height, and load my icon which I added here, top speed meter, see it. And also I will remove this and add web content, and here I will add gravity center this, and add a little bit start margin to make it move away a little bit. Zoom in, as you can see, and change the color of this to secondary text. Then we need to do the same to this one. So instead I will copy this and paste it here. Just need to add field type text view ID, and here I add gas station icon. Okay, I think this is good, and let's run the app to see how it looks. We have our list here, which also we can change our night mode to light mode or our light mode. Now we can see that it's changed. I don't want to change the color here, so I will fix that right away that I see it. Here I will put color to be always white, because the white is looking better on the screen. Set up, and this is our app, and also we can change to dark theme again, but it's not working. Doesn't matter.